Me to do.
We got to test first.
Okay, we're live. All right. So this is what I've got here. What, 6 inches or so? Uh,
All right.
yeah, your sound's real clear. I don't know about, but I've got. I get obviously a different sound.
I think we're just seeing if it because we still got a good setup right here. Everything's hooked up.
Right.
Now you're over here,
Instead of it,
so it's got to sound better because that was like a 50 foot XLR
right.
cable.
Yeah. So, and we upgraded the cable over here.
I'll probably move the light. So gotta see. I need to go. Where's my phone at? I throw my phone on the ground. Let me go find my phone real quick.
Okay. Well, call it. Get mine out of my phone.
The big thing though is probably holding that mic back, like not 12% there.
But I just put it back over here.
Unless you want to hold it like I do, set it down.
No, because I need my hands.
Yeah.
Here you are. 6 years ago on our original wall.
Test, test, test.
Here we go. Live. Right. I'm far ways away from my something there about. Okay, get closer here. Or I can talk from over here, or I can get a little closer. Just depends on where I need to be.
I don't know if I'm hearing you yet.
Hearing me?
You
Okay,
talking?
Now I'm muted here on the phone, but I don't think that makes any difference.
I need to change it. I need to probably.
And
Hello, hello, hello.
I hear you fine. You're not hearing me at all. I'm not hearing me.
I can change it. I can change live though.
Okay.
Change it.
Okay. All righty. Tuesday night, Mike. Oh, I know.
Yeah, I think people. I think with the mics there, I think something like when you do it like without live stream. I think mine's working. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I think mine's working. Yeah.
again, Mike. Yeah, mic's on. Don't know how clear it is, but it's on. It's working good with me. I can hear it clearly. I don't know how far off I can get from it to make it clear. But is this clear here? Pop, pop. Hello, hello. It's working into my headphones. So, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's working here. As far as I can hear the mic into my headphones. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Do up a do up. Do up. Do
I did.
what?
Unplug my mic.
There we go. Now it's
Hey.
popping now. Yeah,
Dude, figuring this stuff out is just crazy.
that's all right.
No, I know it is.
But
Hey.
we get it there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No,
Right.
seriously, cheers, dude.
And on the screen, the arm comes out
Maybe.
of the drink.
Mm. Guys, my stepdad Scott is the producer now with the live stream, so we're figuring out because he's getting a mic. He's also an attorney and has the knowledge, so that's going to help out a lot. So I'm excited. We do a lot of stuff together. This is his table he made when he was 18 years old. It's kind of cool. And he made this wall back here. But I'm excited.
Not when I was 18.
No, it was 4 or 5 years ago. I think we sound better.
Oh, I think so too. A whole lot better.
Hold on. Talk.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in my distance is okay now or what?
Let me bring it up a little bit.
Okay. It would probably help if I'm brought up a little bit, so that way I don't get as close and I can continue to
Keep talking.
work, you know, that kind of stuff. Because I have to be able to handle the keyboard. So if I'm doing this, it's harder to do that. Do what?
The volume off your phone.
I thought it was off.
No, you got to put yourself volume off.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
Justin.
Yeah,
Justin Wetzel.
there, I killed it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin Wetzel.
All right. Well, thank goodness for friends helping us.
Justin's Harris County's circuit clerk.
Oh, I know.
We definitely need to have him on the live show and see what they're going on. You got to cut yours off.
Yeah. Cut here. I thought it was on. It keeps coming back on.
Here, let me show you.
Okay. I mean, I killed it, but
No, just know you got to just cut the volume off completely. Like
completely.
all this volume off.
That volume off
Yeah.
there. Okay.
All right, we're just figuring out. Sorry, we had some
All right.
echo going here.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Justin says loud and clear.
Totally off. Okay. Now.
Justin, how's it sound now?
All
We're,
right.
we're gonna mute. We're gonna not have any echo sound on. If you're still there, Justin, or anybody, just let us know. Is it better?
Better or not? Pop, pop, pop. Do up, do up.
How's this one sound?
Oh, that one actually sounds good.
Okay, this one sounds good too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I can tell that one's working. I heard it dragging across the couch.
Well, we were hey, thanks, Ben. So we still have our phones on because we're having issues a little bit with Facebook comments to like reply, but hopefully it gets fixed. I submitted like that a lot louder on the second.
Like, yeah.
I can tune all these up. Just tell me when they're too much.
That right to me. It's clear. Split that way.
Hello, hello, hello.
That one's loud now.
Like super loud.
Yeah.
So all right. The green one's going to be Jared's mic. This is Jared's mic.
Okay.
So Justin, this is Jared's that's coming on with to talk to what Ivan. So he's gonna be sitting. So Jared's gonna be sitting. I need to look at the camera. So Jared's gonna be sitting. He's mic one. So Jared's gonna be sitting here. Am I on frame still? On the, you can look right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure you are.
So Jared's gonna be sitting here.
Yeah. You're perfectly in the frame.
So when he's talking, sound clear.
Right.
So when he's like Duskin, can you pull up one of the go to brand and pull up the overview of the property? I mean, Justin makes money off the Harrison County properties anyway, so this is a win for him. He's watching us, so he's like, I can't wait to get the taxes on this thing.
Okay. That's it.
So
Now it's back.
all right, now all you gotta do is click it once and pulls it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So Jared's like, so here's Jared.
Yeah.
I'm in good frame.
Yes. In good frame.
All right. Jared's we're set on that. We're gonna touch his shitty.
Yeah.
All right, then here's Ivan's.
Right. Ivan's doing good too. And I'll show a picture of some nice
Pull up the crate, the containers.
Containers.
Yeah, show the containers. So he was like,
that's what's up.
this is
This is just in on, I guess.
Yeah, no, we'll mess with that. That runs off the computer you're on, the iMac.
Right. Okay.
So you got the containers up right now. These are Belux containers, development,
right.
blah 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 blah. I mean,
Yeah.
All right, now pull it off.
Got it. Gone.
It's still showing on my phone. It's still on. There it goes. All right, so here we go right here. Okay, thanks. I really appreciate it, Justin. We should definitely have, definitely Ben when he comes back in, but we should definitely have Justin on. Now with like live and stuff, just asking questions about local Harrison County stuff.
Yeah.
His dad, Mr. Mark, is he's been with O'Reilly's Auto Parts. He runs O'Reilly's Auto Parts. That's where I get all my parts from. Dude has a 401k. He's a big Ford guy, but he doesn't ever. Mr. Mark, he's just very frugal. Drives like a Camry. Lives in the same house growing up, but he's like one of the head guys at O'Reilly Auto Parts on Pops Ferry.
Yeah.
And he just, he's that person. It's like, you're like, you blow your mind, but he's highly educated, but yeah, just super sweet guy. And when Justin was running, he was a big support. He's like, son, if you're going to do this, I got you.
Yeah.
But you got to do it.
But you got to do it. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Respect to him. Well, your dad's a great person, man. That's life. But no, that's the people that inspire me. People, I'd like to have Mark on. Because he knows that. So O'Reilly's has the paint shop, Scott, all the paint, they do paint, they mix paints at that Pops Ferry.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Let's see. All right, we're good on that. What up, Greg? I see you over there doing where you living now? I see I seen a video of you stomping at a brewery. Where you at now, Greg? And the cool thing too is us doing live streaming. If I wanted to even if they didn't leave their house, to say Justin couldn't leave his house, he's with his kid or whatever, right?
Right.
You can hit on that computer and send him an invitation to his phone. and like he'd answer his iPhone, and you can pull him up split screen, like live on the show.
Oh, okay.
So if he was like, "Man, I can't make it over here. I can't."
Right now, I'm not even getting the messages on my phone.
You're not getting. I'm getting sitting on mine.
I know, but they're not showing up here.
We're gonna.
I would when we say shows up on the phone, but what Justin was saying back wasn't showing up.
Did you click on the comments? You got to click on comments. So for like I said, if Justin was like, or Greg's in so Greg's in L.A. Greg's one of the original Chandelier, Fly Llama, and then he went on to SoPro. That crowd control we had, the IPA.
Yeah.
So Greg was brewing crowd control.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now I got them now.
All right.
Okay.
Now I don't really like this caption thing. How do we turn that off?
Oh, on the bottom of the screen.
That's gonna be like the whole time?
No. Do not know. Right now, when I'm speaking, so it's not.
What?
See, I'm sitting back, and we're getting a comment that it's muted. So I'm gonna have to sit like this to be closer to it. I sat back in the chair, so I was a foot away or more, 2 feet away, and it didn't work. Came across as muted. So
I'm not digging these captions though.
Yeah. Am I still fuzzy, Brandon? Am I still fuzzy?
I don't think Brandon's there anymore.
Okay.
I have to turn off captions, dude.
Yeah.
Oh. This is figuring it out, dude, for the best. Do not want to see captions.
Okay.
Turn off captions.
Oh.
Got it.
So now you've changed the picture too. You controlled that, and you brought up the site. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
I got it fixed now.
I got it. Okay.
So now we're no captions. I don't like captions.
Okay.
I mean, I do if I do like a clip, like because it's a clip, like. So I do want us to do like we'll do the live show, but I still think we should hit record with the with SD cards, like just to do like clips, like.
So we'll have them to use. Yeah.
I don't know, funny stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Like Brent comes on here, and all of a sudden, like,
yeah,
maybe he shaves his beard live on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
we definitely need that.
Or I get I bring a tattoo artist in, and then Justin wants to get like Harrison County tattooed on his arm. He'd get elected again. You know what I mean? like get Harrison County tattooed on you, bud.
That's it, buddy.
Like he's St. Martin, so it's like crazy, but like that would get some views. My buddy Tyler, he's like, you ever seen Chips? Remember Chips TV show?
Yeah.
My buddy Tyler, he's a chip guy.
Okay, so right now, what I'm showing is live is the scene. Okay, the site, although it's not showing up that way on the computer. In other words, I got two different.
Yeah, so that's StreamYard. That's the actual processing app.
Okay.
So that's your main control.
Right.
And what we're having right now is it should have Facebook comments on there, but it's not. We approve to make it public, but it might take 24 hours for it to work.
I got you. But what about the different video, visual?
What do you mean?
In other words, this is what I've got on my phone, and it's not what I have. What I have is you on it.
It's probably frozen on your phone. You're probably not on the Wi-Fi. Probably need to exit out your app, because right now this is what I'm seeing.
Okay, came back now.
Okay.
Okay. And I am on 5G.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we'll fix that real quick.
Are you on AT&T or are you Verizon? I'm Verizon. Justin, you think you'd get a tattoo to come on? Like, you think you do a live tattoo? Can you imagine? He said he don't see caption on his end. Yeah, Greg says it sounds great.
Good. Good.
Yeah, no, but my buddy Tyler, he's like one of them chips guys. What kind of guests do you think we should get? Now, I mean, we're live. Scott, now you're joining us, and you've been an attorney for 40 years. You've seen it all right?
Right.
What kind of guests do you think we should get? Like, what would be a good guest for you to have on?
Oh man, I guess it depends on whether or not I want to continue with my career or not. Yeah, there's everybody says write a book,
Yeah.
and I'm saying, well, I mean, if I write a book, I mean, I burn a lot of bridges.
Yeah.
Got to be careful about all that. But yeah, I can think of a lot of people actually, just local folks
So
that don't get much attention, that are interesting, that do stuff.
So Justin said, negative, sir, but closer to the general election, I'd be more than happy to come on.
Yeah.
So I know we have Ivan and Jared's Thursday about the development on Pass Road, which Justin, you get money from that anyways. And then the 15th we have Seth Gregory, which owns Seaside Plumbing. I'm having a plumber on, which he's an amazing plumber. I'm fascinated with that. I want to have more people on that do trades. Like, I want to have like Justin's dad, Mark, that's like worked at O'Reilly's for years and built a 401k that he can retire if he wants to. But he's always just did a trade.
Right.
He's happy to, like, when you walk in there, you're like, where is Mr. Mark here? And then he comes out from the back room and it's like, you need the spark plugs for the lightning, don't you? Because he knows my lightning.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you need, Jordan. This is the oil you need, Jordan. You know what I mean? It's that I like that. Like, I'd like to have some people that like work at Mississippi Power. Like, welder. I was thinking about having I used to have this guy Bob from like Waffle House, and he was a great server. I know he's no longer with us, but I'd love to have like him on.
Well, you're kind of like me. You like to have your people wherever you go. Somebody that that knows you.
Yeah, Justin, if you want to talk about it, so Justin said he'd come on and talk about discuss absent voting process and election questions. Justin, you and Scott know more about that than me.
That would actually be a good show.
But that's what Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just gotta watch like language and stuff like that. Can't be.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, with Justin, that's fine, because like if you'd come on, we'd be PG-13 or E for everyone.
Yeah. Well, Justin, you could come on and do that, and you'd prime the Secretary of State.
And he's got good hair.
Because he's going to probably try and do something like that on
I think
a statewide level.
I think he's going to go there, and I think he's going to work his way up.
Yeah.
But he's got really good hair. So, I mean, that works too.
Well, that helps.
Yeah. Like I got to work on my hairstyle, but yeah, I think, so also I was thinking about, I definitely want to grab a lot of people in trade, because a lot of the listeners that I got Jonathan Griffin coming on with. Jonathan is just, to me, always been a great person. But Jonathan's always, he's openly gay. Jonathan's openly gay, but he came here when he was 19, and he became the manager of Buckle in the mall. But like, sweetheart, like just positive, go-getter, customer service. Now he's like a top real estate agent for Keller Williams.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, but he's like 15 million. He's coming on August 13th. So,
yeah,
I mean, and I like musicians though, because like drinking a beer and having a musician one is
killer. Yeah.
Oh, Cat! Look at Cash.
We just need another string for the.
We'll get another string. I mean, we'll get another string. I mean, that's the whole beauty behind this is like,
we'll do a whole new set. I got a set.
I think just having a lot of people on, like I was talking to Jonathan on the phone, and I'm proud of John, but I want to have different flavors of life, different walks of life, different people. That's what I enjoy about podcasts. I really like, that's like one thing I really do, Scott, like, is having somebody on that's like, has their own story.
Yeah.
I was at Brandon Davis. Brandon Davis is he's a MMA fighter, fought for the UFC for a long time. Now he's fighting with Gamebred. We were at his daughter's birthday, Jessica Kate's birthday, and I was like, Seth, I want you on the show for plumbing. And I got him a job today. Actually, Bobby Charles that did Theo Vaughn's podcast table I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Like I just tagged him on social media and he actually went and fixed all his stuff at his house today. But like Seth's like, what am I talking about? I'm like, let's talk about plumbing, dude.
Well, statewide, there is a big push for
Trades.
the trades.
Have you seen the South Park? Have you seen the South Park episode where they did an episode about trades? So
No.
they did a South Park episode about people not knowing how to do anything anymore. So like everybody from like the plumbers to the electricians to the handymans, they're like millionaires. They're millionaires.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows how to fix anything.
Right. Oh, there's real money in that. I'm telling you, man. I
know. Like I like, I enjoy working on my car. I just shattered my back window on the Scion too. But I like working on my car and stuff. But like I like trying to fix things myself. I try. But I do like I like figuring it out. But that episode of South Park is like eye-opening. We'll watch that after this. We'll watch that.
Yeah.
Because it is so funny because it's like they go from like phone call won't stop ringing. It's like, for this price.
Yeah.
And then it's a bidding war. And all of a sudden they're wearing fur coats.
Well, the whole thrust, both economically and everything, is they have special committees and everything out now on the state level for workforce training. And that's what it's all about, is moving people into those trades and learning what it's about, and also learning about what that means to them in life. I mean, it's people, look, they don't know.
For instance, right now, I grew up with Jordan Brewer. Man, watching y'all from the tugboat in Lake Charles, man, it's tough being a captain. Ha ha ha. So Trey Cherry and Jordan, they all captains. Hey, Jordan, if you want to come on and talk about being a captain, that'd be great. I'd like to have a captain on it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, because I think for me, as I'm more like, what's it like at night with rough seas? That's just got to be scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dead night. All of a sudden, there's a storm coming, and you're on the boat.
Yeah.
And you're in charge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whistling sound. You know what I mean?
Oh, we could do sound effects.
Yeah.
You
want to do sound effects?
Get a little wind going.
Right. Hey. Yeah, that's awesome, Jordan. Thank you. Nah, man, I think me and you're gonna have a lot of fun. I think we can just start having podcasts together, just have a podcast. When you did law, your first year of law, what was your first case that inspired you?
I don't know how much it inspired me, but the first case I got was actually referred to me by a gentleman who I won't name, but who later became a federal judge. And it was a medical malpractice case. And people don't do medical malpractice cases as their first case. That's not what you do. But I learned a whole lot doing this case.
Well, now, what is that? What kind of case is that?
Just
describing for the listener. Something. I mean, like you just got to get in, like for a listener.
Well, basically, you're suing a doctor. Okay.
Okay.
So my client was a 70-year-old man who fell off his chicken coop fixing the roof and injured his knee. He went to the hospital. He needed surgery. So the doctor comes in. He operates on the wrong knee. So we get to figuring out who this doctor is, and we find out that he's under indictment for dealing narcotics and trading all this stuff for
Can you hear?
Yeah. Anyhow, it and then I found out I was in a county that was run by somebody else. So, can you hear it?
You're interrupting the conversation. He's staying. Yeah. Just text her and tell me he's staying. You already.
Yeah, I'll text her.
Yeah, we're gonna watch South Park after this.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we go.
But it was one of those, it was so obvious, I mean, this guy's on drugs and he's trading drugs for sex with underage girls. He's under indictment in another state. He comes to Mississippi, and our licensing board lets him practice because we need physicians in rural areas, which is where this happened. Then when I found out that the guy that was representing the other side had also represented him in a claim for insurance over the same thing before, we moved them to Alabama and filed in federal court. So then we were going in federal court and state court. Once that happened, then we settled the case.
How old were you?
Not very old. I mean, it was right out of. Well, it was. I'd been in the Army after that and law school, and then had worked my time that I worked with the legislature as a staff counsel, and so I was a little bit older. I guess it was about 30, something like that. Before I actually started practicing.
Do you remember what car you drove?
A Camry.
Like a nice Camry?
Just a Camry, you know.
The 5-speed?
No, it wasn't a 5-speed. It was just a regular old. We were a Camry family. Everybody drove Camrys.
Did you have a ponytail?
When I got out of the Army, it could have been. It was down the middle of my back.
I was like, when I met Denham, I thought he was like, when I met Denham when he had his ponytail,
yeah,
and his boots.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude, yes.
Well, that's what that was what I had when I got out of the Army, when I was teaching math in Florence. Wore my boots and jeans.
Now, when you say you're teaching math, were you teaching like multiplication, or were you teaching algebra? Or
yeah, algebra. It was junior high school, so it's 7th through 9th, and it was just general math, algebra classes, that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun.
Was it when you started doing cases? Was it like when I was watching the attorneys at when they do like the courtroom cases, like they're there all day.
Yeah.
Is it similar?
Sometimes, but my experience was most of the stuff it depends on what your case. If you got a big, let's say if we had tried that malpractice case, all right, that's all kinds of witnesses. You got to have a doctor come in and testify on your side. So you bring people in, you have expert testimony, all kinds of stuff and witnesses. You got to make the case before a jury. If you're not before a jury, if you're like in Chancery Court doing domestic cases on divorces and stuff like that, you can usually go in and run one of those in half a day or so. Usually the issues are fairly simple. Testimonies, family members back and forth and stuff like that. It's not that difficult. So.
Kind of, I'm fascinated. This is why it's kind of cool to have that's why I was like saying me and you do it, like having you add it to this, doing this because of, your life, like life lessons and, your life and what you've learned, mistakes you've made, the wins you've had. I mean, there's just so much more added, especially on like a legal standpoint, right? Because that's one thing I was fascinated about you was, that time I got hit with that cease and desist letter, and you're like, let me write that. Don't even respond. Let me rewrite that whole entire contract. And they were terrified. I was like, geez, but the way you talk, language is your world. And then I remember I remember when you got like a leaf blower, and you didn't even open the box. Most people open the box and put everything together. You just grabbed the manual and started reading it. I was like, that dude's special.
Either that or stupid. One of the other.
like that's fascinating to me though. But you know
why I do that is because I always put the toys together at Christmas. I was the oldest child, and once I knew that there was a Santa Claus, my parents put me in charge of putting everything together. And I discovered that some things do require a certain order, and you put them together, you think the right way, and you get to the end and you say, oh man, I'm screwed that one up. I gotta go back and redo this part, redo it all over again. So that's where reading the manuals came from. So
what do you think about doing this? You like this?
Sure.
It's just like underground radio. Like I think that was like the coolest thing about doing podcasts. And it was like Like for instance, like the Sands. I mean, the Sands is a big ordeal
Right.
with
Yeah.
giving people a voice. Like that's to me, that's so fast. I'm so fascinated by that because it's like I don't know. Do you ever watch the movie Hackers? Came out in the '90s, like early '90s with Andrew Jolie. It was like a cyber.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
That's my one of my favorite movies, and it was about like plugging in and give like kind of just giving a voice.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I love about podcasting is, you know, just being able to be like, hey, come in and tell your story. And like, you know, when Ivan and Jared come on, you know, to me it's like I just want them to have time to have their opinions and share their thoughts and ideas. And I just said like leave here with a handshake, but at least have a conversation about it.
Sure.
And that's what I want.
Well, it's a safe environment. You can have a conversation back and forth. You really can't get angry. You can't do anything untoward. You're on the radio, you're on the TV, people are watching you.
Dude, right now we're on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I mean, it's what it is.
But yeah, but the point is it is an environment. It's a safe environment where people can come in and discuss their issues, and in so doing, may be able to actually. It's not a presidential debate, okay?
No.
Okay, it's totally different situation, and they may very well resolve things, or they may not. They may walk away and say, "Well, I understand this position, but I don't. You know, I still don't agree."
And I think that's that's why I love having you be a part of this too, you know, because we do insurance together now, and you know you're a big part of my life, and I'll definitely look up to you. But it's like having your insight too, and you're always, you know, that was like one thing you always told me, and you were like, you're like, I want you to do a lot of things, but like one thing you don't want me to do is never run for political office. And that was like you said, you asked me, like, you looked at me when you gave me that backgammon game, and you're like, just promise you'll never run for office. You do more work just being you, and I took that to heart. And it's kind of now everything's fallen in place, and with that situation, because like, you know, there is situations where I've had people that and dude, it really hits me hard, because like I've had people like I talk about my depression and they come up and hug me. It's fucking tough.
Yeah,
it's like shit. Like, you know, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's a hard thing, man. But I get it. But it's just a microphone.
Yeah.
You know, we went so much into these phones where it's like, where there's like not like real emotions and laughter. And that's why me and you spend so much time together. Like, you know, and heck, I'm so grateful for this, but I just didn't know I didn't know the impact of this. And once now that I'm so comfortable with it, it's like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But it's so
which
cool.
makes it better.
Yeah. It's just I'm excited about Thursday. You know, Jared and Ivan both text me. It was both of them that were going back and forth. You know, Ivan reached out, you know, with, you know, talking, and Jared reached out too. And it's like, hey, I'm here to kind of guide the direction of it, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Oh, this is an interesting show because if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time you've had two different sides to come sit down and talk about it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, that's what I said today. I said, I was saying, it's okay to have different opinions.
Life would be awful damn boring without them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this world's so crazy though, man. There's so much hate.
Yeah,
it's just that's what kills me, man. It's like shit, just so much hate, and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, it just should be like have disagreement. Look, I know I'm okay if I'm not liked by everybody, you know what I mean? But I don't go I don't go to bed going like, I hope that person fails. I don't do it. I'm more or less just figuring out like, did I do enough? have I pushed myself enough? You know what I mean? That's how I think. Like it's like I got to do more. I got to do more. I got to do more. Like if we do like the pink dress run or something like, and I was talking to John about it, and I was like, even he battles with that. It's like I feel like when I leave that pink dress run, I'm like I didn't do enough, and it's like that chapter's gone. It's like a page in a book, and it's like
Right. Right.
That's why with our office, that in our office in Gulfport, that's why we're gonna have like all our like the Sands Project photos, like all of our trophies, even a lot of stuff that you've carried through the 70s. We're just gonna have that wall of just like there, so we can remember and remind ourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's a good way to tell a story without talking about it.
I just can't like. Do you remember when we were like talking about like the idea of like having this platform, and it was like, hey, you're like, yeah, I'll make you a wall, or I'll. And you just showed me that photo like 6 years ago of like that. So and guys, if y'all are still here, I'm actually kind of a little teary eyed, but on the other side, I have an office and there's a wooden back wall with 2 chairs and a vinyl player. And that was like my first ever podcast when I was with Jared Seymour at Brownwater Banter. Great podcast. Go check them out. But me and Jared, the only episode we ever did for that was Jared's episode. And but it's just a wooden slatted wall. It was actually that chair right there. If you see that chair, it was that chair, and there was another chair. Now we have 2 Beau Rivage chairs. Shout out to Brian Chevalier for giving them. And there's a vinyl player in the middle. It's just too small and too hot.
Yeah, it was. It didn't. And the ceiling tilted over the top. It felt cramped. It cramped your style. You couldn't really do what you needed to do. But it was a cool little spot because we did that wall with it was just pieces of wood off of pallets that we used and just put on the back for the backdrop on it. So that was kind of cool.
This is a new chapter for us.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna make me a drink real quick. Be right back. Tell a story. They're here. There's some people still here.
I'm not a.
Do you want to tell a story?
I'm not a spontaneous storyteller. You know that.
Huh? All right, I'll be right back. Hold on. Just see how. Hold on a second. Do you need anything?
Same thing.
Yep. All right.
That's right.
Oh, they're listening now, so you just.
Okay, so you put me on the spot.
Yeah, so just like well, I mean, they're like the people that tune in. They're like I said, like a Jordan. Like Jordan's right now on Lake Charles. Seriously, Captain, just
Yeah.
going through the night. He's got a beautiful family at home.
So, tugboat captain or fishing boat captain? I don't think I have anything I can see to find out if he's paying attention.
You look on, no, I mean, it's you'll either go back and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Dude, this is a new chapter. I needed this.
Yeah, I mean, tugboat captains. If he's on the Mississippi River, that's a powerful group of folks over there.
I really need this is awesome. Like I'm like super pumped about this. Like this is like the added piece because like me and you've done this, like me and you've had these conversations for so long, off camera.
Yeah.
Just like about life. Remember Tom, me and you sat around and just played GTA to show you, and all you want to do is sell a boat. You're like, oh, it's like showing you Grand Theft Auto 5, and I was taking Scott.
I was really good at crashing.
Yeah, but you had fun and you were blown away. Like you got a little teary eyed because the way the graphics were, like how the sunset and
yeah,
I remember that. I was sitting there like, what? Like, but that's like, but people have that now. Like
Mhm.
GTA is there, you know. Did you did you grow up with playing any games?
Not really, no. No video games.
Just like backgammon?
Well, actually, I came to backgammon later. I'm not exactly sure where that started. Um, but it was something that once I did it, played it, I, enjoyed it. And we played games like, uh, um, I remember we played Monopoly when I was a kid, and my parents
Did you
decided,
cheat?
no, but
Okay, I'm just
my parents decided that at that time, I guess I was struggling a little bit with my math. So they made me the banker. We played it, made me the banker, and I kind of got used to adding, subtracting, dealing with stuff and figuring it out. And, so it ended up starting college as a math major, although I didn't stay there. But it was interesting that just simple game, sorry, all those kinds of things that you'd play when you were, family type games sitting around playing.
so I mean, it was all about family and being
Yeah.
like you sit around. It was a dining room table.
Um,
You're Millsaps, right? Well, you were over there in Jackson, huh?
right. I'm thinking it was probably the dining room table. I mean, the dining room. We had one table we ate at in the kitchen, then another dining room table that was a big, round pedestal table. Um, so I really don't remember which one where we played the games. To tell you the truth, it was just more the games than it was anything else. Um,
What do you miss about your childhood?
I mean, I miss not having my parents anymore. You know,
You're close to them.
yeah. So they're gone, and you're sorry, and you always wish that maybe you had done something more or something. It's kind of like you're talking about at the end of the day, you do an event or something like that, and you say, I could have done more or should have done more. It's that kind of sense about it. Because they usually, my parents, when they died, they went pretty quickly, you know. So
Was it but how about when you were in your 30s though, and like were you still close to them in your 30s, or are you kind of like a rebel?
no, I mean, I was married and had a family and was working. Um, and we just had a sort of, family events and things like everybody does.
Hey, Jordan said I love watching your podcast, man. They are very entertaining and informational. He goes tugboat and pushing your everyday products for diesel gas. Jordan's a really good, like he has a beautiful, like he is, he's gold.
Yeah.
But I think I think you're educating us on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it is good. Like I think he's probably 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off, or 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So he's always gone.
Is he on the Mississippi River?
He says in Lake Charles.
Lake Charles? Yeah. Those guys on the Mississippi River, they have an association of all the pilots on there, and the licenses are controlled by the association. They get passed on within the family. And those pilots are making $500,000 a year.
Jordan does well. Jordan does well. His wife she gets a new car. Like I see her cars.
Yeah.
They have a beautiful home. I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jordan does 2+.
But when I was working with the Isle of Capri, we had an issue in Louisiana politically, and we had gotten to know Mr. Delesnaire, who was the president of the Riverboat Association. They were strong politically in the state, and we associated them, and they assisted us with some political issues over there where a bunch of folks were trying to hold us up, and I really enjoyed my association. These guys had 30,000 acres of swampland with 800 alligator tags, and they would go out, and I'd go over and we'd go on those alligator hunts and that kind of stuff. It was just a real interesting lifestyle, totally different.
So how many alligators did you kill in one night?
I didn't ever kill any alligators.
Did you wrestle one?
No, no, no. I was simply invited to come along. I wasn't one of their guys like that. I was just there, part of the social event that went along with it. But it was interesting. It was fun. It was just a totally different lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean,
And the alligators had nothing to do with tugboats. It just, these guys happened to also be doing that too.
yeah, but should we go chase an alligator down?
Well, you got to get tagged first, so you have to apply for that, and then when you decide to go get them, then you need to go find you some guys that like to go out and do it, like your old buddy on this show.
He likes doing it. No,
yeah.
but I just a good people, a bunch of people though, and
Oh yeah,
they get the tags.
Yeah.
I think we got some. So we got. So here we go. Justin Wetzel.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself, bro. You've done and continue to do a lot for our community and the coast. You're not the type of person looking for anything in return and in recognition for those things. You do it out of your pureness and kindness and love for the community. Damn, you're making me cry. Keep up the good work. Shit. All right. Jordan says, I run. Damn, I'm fucking tearing up right now. I run the Mississippi River as well, man. All the way to St. Louis and as far as west to Brownsville, Texas. I went to
Wow.
my mom brought me to Brownsville Church. Yeah. Let's see. And east to the Panama City, Florida. Damn. Shit. There's gonna be a lot of crying on this show if we're live. Shit.
Yeah.
You're cry too. Shit. We both cry.
Oh, look. Look, I figured out early in life that I was a crier, and I just said, well, screw it. That's what I am. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Well, I mean, because like for instance, like right now, like so,
Old Yeller is what got me first started on it. So
I hadn't seen that. No, I'd seen one episode. So we were way like our like I think like TV for us, it was definitely like Saved by the Bell, Eat My Shorts, a lot of Nickelodeon stuff. Yeah, but the cool thing though is like I have to say is like that's what I was trying to say about people though. When you see, sometimes when I go out to like let's say an event, right, having some drinks, and then there's like a person that's like just in that kind of mindset of like a not so fun. Like, and I sometimes have bad days where I'm just not in that right mindset, but I'm not like chasing a person's. I'm not like going like, I hope Justin burns. You know what I mean? Like I don't have that. That's just not in my mind.
right.
Like I want him to win no matter what. Like I got my own shit to worry about.
Right.
Like that. I think that's something that I want this show to separate. That was like, yeah, this is like a big deal, and I was so grateful when the idea of like Ivan and Jared reaching out was like he didn't want to go anyplace else. He'd rather come here and because he wanted a platform.
Yeah.
And that's like, to me, it's like shit. I was telling you, I tell the story all the time.
It speaks to you and the belief that they have in that you're going to be fair.
Dude, I was at Toronto's with Emily, and I was talking to Courtney, with Jindy's daughter, the family, and I think she just had a newborn, and me and Emily were talking, and the couple next to me had a newborn, and they were like looking at me, and I'm having a conversation at Toronto's, one of my favorite restaurants in Will Market, like one of my favorite restaurants at all time, and this guy's like looking at me. He's like just looking at me, and I'm like, okay, like you can tell when somebody's looking at him. And then he said a simple thing. He's like, man, he started smiling. He's like, hey man, I say this, like I'm a fan of your show. He's like, you're just like your show, like you're just like the show. I thought you'd be different. I was like, shit. But I think a lot of that has to do with like my mom, because I'm a lot like my mom. But like, mom's just, mom's more reserved than I am. I'm like, just the floodgates already opened. Could be my disability, just because I'm just whatever, And I mean, I can't figure out I'm still learning every day who I am. I'm getting better to be a better dad.
Sure.
I'm strong. I still have cloudy days, but I know that when I go to bed at night, I'll find a way to put myself in that light.
Yeah.
It's life. I mean, every day I'm figuring that shit out. Every day. You're doing it to this day.
Yeah, I still am. Yeah. But you've changed dramatically in the 10 years that I've known you. Just your focus in life and things that you do. And
How so? I mean,
Right.
that's
so, well, I guess in the simplest terms, you just say you're just growing up.
I got a minivan.
Now that says it all right there.
Ugh.
You got a minivan.
The damn minivan. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but you still got that truck.
I think too, man, is like, when I was like in my 20s, I wanted like a Porsche and I wanted all these things and, just like more material things.
Yeah.
And then when we started doing Carter's Champions, like, I liked it because people are like, yeah, when I first did it, it was definitely selfish. When I first started, it was like, oh, yeah, look at me. The first year.
Yeah.
But then I met the survivors and like really met them. And I'm like, I went selfless real quick. I'm like, fuck. I'd rather fucking fight for people. We and John pulled up the numbers that we've raised for just Memorial Hospital.
Yeah.
$388,000.
Wow. It's a big number.
I'm fucking 37. Catch me in 3 years. My goal is to raise $1 million a year. I think, but I look at mom, when mom had cancer, she struggled financially. She didn't have it killed her. And, you knew that. But that's kind of like what sleeps in the back of my head. It's like, fuck. There's so many times that like my mom's been a big influence. It's like, I remember, we were growing up, one year she didn't have enough money and she, it was Easter and she went to the, I still have the shield, but she went to the, Michael's, the Michael's, what is it, like I probably wouldn't call Michael's in, but it's like one of them hobby shops.
Yeah.
And she made our Easter basket shields. She bought wooden shields and made me and my brother a Leonardo and Michelangelo shield for Easter baskets, but she handmade it.
Well, she can.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Incredibly talented.
Yeah, also too I miss my grandma. I was telling Dad that the other day. My dad, I was telling him because like Mama, I didn't know about how good people were because I was like, I want to get out of here. I want to make money. I want to do something different. I think everybody goes to that. Like, I want to get here to have the bigger home or do this. But like, dude, my grandma peeled shrimp, smoked cigarettes, 120s, and drank Natty Lights with salt on the beer and listened to Celine Dion when she got off work. And then didn't even talk shit to nobody, just chilled out. Simple things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people are missing out on. That's coming on the phone. What's up, John? Oh, shit, dude. I got people. Sorry, I'm just talking shit. I'm not even looking at this home. Oh, yeah. So we got, man, I'm super proud of you. You, my guy, keep slaying and doing you and building for yourself and your family. I'm always around. If you need a shoulder crawling, thanks, bro. If you ever need an interview, if you ever need to interview a bartender, call me. I got you, Cody. Love the podcast, by the way. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Hell yeah, Chase. Thank you, bud. Jonathan, you're on the coast. What's up, Goins? No, so let's go to this. So I got to share this story real quick. And so Chase Boris, so me and Chase start playing. I've been knowing Chase since we're kids. Like, it's DJ's first cousin. And but Chase, hard worker, but he does like that exterior painting and contract world, right? He works so hard in this company because he knows he's a guy that like superintendent that will get the job done. He'll roll his sleeves up and get the job done. That logo I was telling you about, the global logo, that's his logo. Now he owns half that company. Like he went from like he had to make a decision because he's Stennis. He does all stuff at Stennis, but like he just completely took a like he worked so hard in the company and now he has a position as he's half owner in the company. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
He never like dreamed about having a company, but it just came to a point his life fell in place like that. So we got Goings. Goings has a security company. It's called Lighthouse Securities. I mean, kills it. You've met Goings with us.
Yeah.
You've met Goings. All right. What's up, DJ? DJ's another captain. How many captains have we got in here? Yeah. And then Jonathan Bannister plays poker. And then so you might like Jonathan too. Jonathan does marketing for HVAC, and he has a massive company out of Texas that does like all of like train marketing for most of HVAC people. Like it's massive. I mean, he's got. I forgot, Jonathan. Where's your main source of the country where you have all your like companies? He has like companies overseas. And DJ, I mean, this is crazy, man. What's up, y'all? Y'all need to come over and hop on the mic. Well, how about Cat? Yeah, Cash killed it, man. You know that was yeah. Cash is signed, big deal. So Cash, my buddy Cash, he just signed with CA. I think it's like I might mess it up, but it's like CA Records. But last year at Christmas Eve, he stayed here on this futon. He slept here.
Yeah, okay.
Last Christmas, he slept right here. It's just cool to see him. You know, I'm so proud of Cash. Actually, Emily said he was always home here. Yeah, no, Cash doing it. Cash doing it. And I'm so proud of like Chase, dude. Chase is like, but like Chase showed work. Dude, Chase gets up 4 a.m, goes to New Orleans. Boom, 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 back and forth.
That's tough.
But he's got a nice truck.
I know. It's still tough.
But he does it.
And I know people that do that, particularly out of Hancock County. A lot of people just every morning they go to New Orleans, come back home. That's
what was like when you were like, what's the furthest you ever traveled for like a case?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not that far. I mean, I'm talking about Jackson to the coast, something like that. That's what, 160 something miles.
How'd you get approached to do to be a part of writing the bill for the casinos? Do you remember like that phone call?
It really wasn't even that. It was, I was no longer working for the legislature, and I was working with a law firm, and we had some little issue legislatively at the end of the session, and that's when they have the conference period. In other words, it's when you pass things and they're different in both houses, and you get 3 people from each side. They sit down, they work out the differences, and then they write a new bill, a version, and that gets then presented to both sides to approve. And if they both approve it, then it goes to the governor. And so I was standing in the hall, really had almost a very small little piece of legislation that I was working on. But you just kind of have to be there during the conference. It was at that time anyhow, it was kind of expected that the lobbyists would be there and available if they needed you. And so I was there. And the last year I worked for the legislature, I worked for a representative named Sonny Meredith. Sonny was an attorney from up in the Delta. And it's when it comes to the legislative process, you talk about people that are smart chess players, and then there's those that play 2-dimensional chess. Well, Sonny played 3-dimensional chess. Nobody else. He was so far ahead of everybody in that building, and he planted ideas and thoughts with people, and they just popped up later from somebody else. And but anyhow, I was standing in the hall. He was walking down the hall, and he saw me, And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, I got a little bill." He said, "Well, look, we're short staffed." And I had worked just for him my last year at the legislature. He said, "We're short staffed." He said, "Would you mind staffing a conference committee for us?" And I said, "Sure, I'd be glad to do it." It turned out the conference committee was the Gaming Control Act. And so I wound up writing the final version of the Gaming Control Act.
Fucking dope.
You know, and
How many pages was that, you think?
oh Jesus, who knows? I don't know. I mean, you can't count the pages, but it's and then after that, Mike Moore was the Attorney General, and he got a call from the Attorney General in Vegas, in Nevada, and he said, "Do you realize y'all have legalized gambling, but you haven't regulated it?" He says, "You're going to launder the world's drug money through the Mississippi River." He says, "You need to get some regulations adopted so you can control it." And he said, "I'll send you a lawyer from here if you'll give me one from Mississippi." And I was friends with Mike and had supported him when he ran for office. And he called me up, asked me if I would do it. And so I did. So I sat down with a guy named Scott Shearer. So the two Scotts wrote the regulations. And they tracked Nevada strongly because our law was patterned after Nevada's in the first place. I mean, it was open. It wasn't like Louisiana where you had only 15 licenses. That just opens things up for corruption and stuff like that. People come in, and it was only 15. Everybody's going to do whatever they have to do to win, or at least some people will. But in Mississippi, it was if you're qualified, you got the money, and you don't have any background issues, you get a license. If you're successful, you're successful. If you're not, you go out of business, just like a restaurant, just like anything else. And it was just straight up free enterprise.
So what was the price on a license?
It wasn't a matter of the price. I mean, the price was, I think we had a $5,000 application fee. It wasn't anything. But where the money came in was the investigation, because when you got a license, they did a background investigation on you. That when I got my keyman license, I mean, they went back to Oxford and walked the street where I lived in a house while I was going to school up there to talk to people if they remembered me and what kind of a person I was and that kind of stuff. I mean, that's how in depth they would go. If you had lived overseas, they went overseas. They sent investigators over. They met with law enforcement. They met with local people just like that in your neighborhoods and that kind of stuff. It was a very, very serious, in-depth process. And it cost a lot of money. I mean, you could easily spend $20,000, $30,000 just investigating one person. So that's where the money was as far as the licensing process.
Now look at it though.
Yeah.
And you can gamble on your phone right now. I'm gonna see if we can get competency. So let's go in there. So Going said this one thing. I'm over here with DJ cleaning this house. He's fixing to sell it downtown Biloxi. Y'all come check it out if y'all want an investment. That's a good plug. I mean, DJ is smart with properties. He's got a house on the water. Cody, find any cool relics? Was it in the old home? Okay, that's Cody talking to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Stream looks good too on the phone. Looks about 1080p. Good audio though. Yeah, man, I think that's the max on the StreamYard. That's what we're gonna get. And this is my stepdad's first really this is the second time. He did a podcast a long time ago, but this is the second time doing it. And if he's comfortable doing it, we're probably gonna be doing more stuff. But tonight we were just prepping for the Thursday show. But honestly, guys, we're about to cut out, and we love y'all. We're gonna cut out and watch South Park because you hadn't seen that Handyman. I don't know if y'all seen the Handyman show yet, the episode. But I want to show that to him, and he's staying the night. So me and him are gonna watch some movies, spend time together, and probably play some GTA. But we love y'all. I got so Scott, when you want to end stream, so in that corner, it'll say end live on your screen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show
over
you.
here.
Yeah.
And just now, if you look careful, you can see a hand come out.
Pull your hand out
from
more.
over here on
Can
the
they
other
see
side.
it? Show your hand. Show the hand. Show the hand. Show the hand. Hey, DJ. I know. So DJ's definitely coming on. DJ's he's like he kind of went entrepreneur with Captain World.
Okay.
And the Scout is also his girls thing. Hey Chase, I'm proud of you too, bud. But yeah, they're still been hanging out. But yo, we'll but Chase is coming on too. So I mean, these are what like what I was talking about, like guests.
Yeah.
These are the people I want on the show. That's trades. Like
yeah.
I think DJ's is Riverboat running like Captain Wise. Like he's got a whole like he's got system running. But like these are what I want as guests and their stories. Like
Well,
that's what because that's fascinating. It's like, hey, you know,
sure. I mean, what could be more fascinating than a riverboat captain telling stories about being on a river and how he got there and the issues and problems when the barge hits the bridge and and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's really
Cody's a bartender. Talk about stories about like how to get into making a fucking drink. I've had some shitty drinks.
Or how to deal with drunks.
Yeah. Therapist. All right, guys, we love y'all. Yeah. And all you gotta do is hit that red button, Scott.
Okay.
And ends the stream. Guys, we love you. Thank you so much for supporting us.
All right, guys. Enjoy the conversation.
Did it end?
It said not yet.